Hello, boss babes. Just getting set up here. I got my cozy little throw blanket. I like to be comfortable and in a good space, in a cozy space to bring you what you need. Okay. So I got my little candle lit here. Oh, it smells so good. I just love it. It's green apple. Just love that smell. Love it. Okay, so if you can hear me, say hi. I'm your host, Regina Paul, and today we're going to be talking all about the online client getting strategy. Because, I've been seeing all the same, pretty much the same answers when you've joined the group. When you fill out the little questions there. And it is that you're all looking for clients, right? Well, the first thing is that we tend to overthink things. We tend to make things a lot harder than they really need to be or than they really are. And so today I'm going to break it down. Okay? I'm going to break it down for you. And then you can use this as well to get your very first or your very next client. Okay? Pardon me. Just have some water here. Okay. All right, so usually my master classes are not very long. They can be anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes, depending on the content. And so let's dive right in, okay? So the first thing that you're going to need to really zoom in on is your messaging that you use on your profile, in your bio, on your business page, about section, your Instagram, where you have like on your profile, and on the side you can list different things. Okay, let's say if you're also using LinkedIn, all those different platforms should all be the same. Your messaging should be all consistently. Because if you're going to go on one platform, say this, go on a different one, say that, and then if the people are going to overlap and start following you on multiple platforms, you'll be like, well, what the heck does she actually really do? Right? So making sure that your social media, right, all your platforms, that you express the problem that you solve, right? Sell the destination, right? So we want to express the problem that we solve on all our social media platforms. And I would really suggest just picking one. Start with one platform and, work the shit out of it. Make it work for you, all right? Okay, so number one, you're going to need to really identify your client. And the reason why that is so important is because, especially for coaches, when we first come out, or not just for coaches, if you're selling a product or if you're selling coaching, there is a lot of coaches out there that are just life coaching. Oh, I'm just life coaching. Well, everyone is their client. That's not a very great way to be, because how are you really going to niche down your wording? How are you really going to put the wording, the problem that you solve? What are you going to do? Oh, I'm just here to solve any problem that you have in life. Do you see what I mean? You're going to look at everyone as a potential client, and then you're not going to be able to charge as much, right? So if you actually niche down, get even more clear on the problem that you're solving, one, and number two, who that problem that you're solving is for, the perfect client, right? Someone that can afford your services, someone that can pay you, right? Okay? And the person, it could be anywhere from age, sex, and occupation, even to, are they married? Are they divorced? Are they single? All those different things, when you get super, super clear, when you really dial in to who your ideal client is, the sales are going to take off. They're going to take off, okay? So you want to identify your client, Once you've identified a potential client, right? You also want to see like where they hang out, right? Getting in front of the right people is also very, very important, because if you're posting, let's say, a lot of your content in front of the wrong people and people are not responding, it's because they are actually they actually don't want to buy from you. They're not your client, right? So we want to really identify a potential client. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for watching. So we want to identify the potential client, and then we want to reach out to them. It could be anything like, in my case, you know, be, hey, I see that you're a coach. You know, how long have you been doing it? Have you, you know, been struggling with maybe getting some clients? So what are you selling? What are you selling? So you're going to approach them in a way that opens up the doors, that makes them see that you are listening to them. It's about them. It's not about you. Okay? That's what sales is about your client. Don't think about, oh, I gotta make the sale, I gotta make the sale, I gotta make the sale. Like, oh my goodness. And that's going to, if you're gonna keep thinking about, I gotta make the sale, you're going to seem very, very desperate. You're willing to offer your coaching for pennies. You know what I mean? So identifying the potential client doesn't mean that you get in front of the potential client and speaking with them does not mean that you're going to give away your coaching. No. You need to stand firm. Doesn't matter if you haven't gotten a client yet. Okay? You can start out with lower pricing. If you don't feel comfortable charging, let's say $2,000, charge less. Charge a dollar amount that feels good to you right now. Okay? Right now. Because once you start getting out there and you start getting more of the clients, you're going to become more confident in what you are offering and what you are giving. And you're going to see the results and you'll get the testimonials, right? That will build your confidence, make you see that you are competent as well, right? Then you're going to be able to up your prices. And that's all up to you. You're the boss. You can do that, right? Okay, so you want to identify your client. You want to send them a message, okay? You want to, you know, ask them how they're doing, what's going on with them, right? It's all about building relationship. That's all sales is. It's just building relationships, okay? So then you want to follow up with them, you know? Maybe you get in the very first conversation, you guys get to a point where they want to actually book a call with you. Fantastic, let's do that, right? When you are checking in with them, let's say you're going to have more than just one conversation. You do that maybe, you know, 2-3 days later, you check in with them, see how they're doing. Once a week, you're going to check in with them, right? See how urgent their problem that you solve has become. You know what I mean? It can, every day or every week can be completely different to everyone, right? So, when you check in with them, make sure that you listen and you validate their issues that they're telling you, right? Big point right there. They want to know that you are actually listening to them, that you see the problem that they're having, that you're really listening. Especially in these times right now, a lot of people do a lot of this and this, okay? Gotta do the exact opposite. Well, don't close your ears. Close your mouth, open your ears, and listen. Because that's what really, really, you know, really builds a good relationship, opens, you know, leads a conversation to make them see that, hey, you know, she's listening. She actually cares, right? And then from then on, you'll invite them to either work with you, or maybe there is something free that you're giving away, maybe a quick pamphlet, a workbook, or even invite them to your Facebook group, right? Okay, so we're gonna move on to your sales strategy, which is about the conversation that you're gonna have. And the conversation should be to inquire about them, right? You inquire about them, you keep them focused on them. Doesn't matter about what you're doing, right? What have they done to get a client? What have they done to lose their weight? What have they done to, get in front of people? What have they done? Have they been putting out offers? Right? A lot of times with women, that's our biggest issue is we post and post and post and post and we're like, oh, why is no one coming? Why is no one coming? Well, are you making an offer? Are you? Make the offer every single time. If you don't want to sound like you're making offers all the time, do it every third post. Hey, if you have a problem with this is how you can fix it. Hey, you want my help with that? I can help you dial in. I can do this and this and this. Do it only every third time. You don't have to do it every time. Right? So, and also when you are inquiring about them, once you have them focused on themselves and they're opening up, they're really sharing. A lot of times, what I have found is that people will share a lot more with strangers than with their friends. A stranger could be coming up to you and be like, hey, how are things going? And it's like, boom, it's like waterfall that's open, the gates have opened, and it's just everything's just pouring out. You just needed someone to listen that wasn't maybe involved in your life, that wasn't didn't have their own opinion of what should have happened, what shouldn't have happened. Right? People need someone to really listen to. So then you can move into and saying, okay, you can share how you can help them, and only those parts, nothing else. Right? So, where am I here? Okay, so only those parts, how you can help them, your experience related to them. Right? So, Shelly, can you share your experience of the services that you provide to your clients? What is it that you provide, and what is your experience? How is it related? How is it related to how you can help your clients, right? The thing is, if you can't answer who your ideal client is or the problem that you solve, that's exactly what we have to work at, right? So after you share them, after you share how you can help, and you're only sharing those points that are related to them, not the points that you thought would be relatable to everyone. That's not how it works. Okay? You share the experience that you have that is relating to their problem. Right? Yeah. So then you invite them to work with you. All right? Oh, that's all right, Shelly. Sorry, couldn't access comments. Okay, great. Great. My question was, how is your experience related to how you can help your client? I'm an HDH coach, so I have a relative easy niche to market to. Yeah, but do you find that there is a certain age group that fits your ideal client better, that can afford the payments, that actually shows up to really want to do the work? I am lucky that my potential clients already know that they have a problem that are trying to problem. That's fantastic. See, those are the people that we want. Yes, those are the people that we want. Right? They are looking to solve the problem. They want to solve that problem. That's fantastic. Okay. So the next thing that you need to know, okay, in this online client getting a strategy. That is interesting. You prefer older? Older clients. Huh. Why do you think that is? And I have a new client just today, 60s, that I'm excited about. Congratulations! Yes, 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 yes. Shelly, I'm so excited for you. Woo! Awesome. Good for you. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So when you're sharing your client, right, and you've invited them to work with you, okay? Well, I wouldn't have guessed that. You're in your 50s. I seriously wouldn't have guessed that. That's so fantastic. That's awesome. So excited for you. I was diagnosed with the ADHD in my 40s. There, wow. Now there you go. That's something to really zoom in. That's something to really zoom in, you know, because you relate to them. Yeah. Yeah. You know, the more you just relate to, like, really zoom in on those people on that age bracket, the better it's going to get for you. Yeah. Yeah. You can even go from, like, you know, 40 to 60 or 40 to 70. Just pick an age group like that and just zoom in on women that have that struggle with this, because you know what it feels like, right? You know what it feels like, so you can write down the pain points, right? And then that's the problem that you are solving them with, right? You don't just help them solve, like, ADHD, HDLD, and you don't just go ahead and just completely get rid of it, right? You help them deal with everyday tasks. Am I correct on that? But yeah, I would really suggest really zooming in on that, Shelly, and reaching out to those women. I wanted to also ask you: do you have a Facebook group for women that have that? Shame is the biggest pain point for women. ADHD. See, write that down. ADHD. It's a pain. Wow, shame. Okay. Or what people want. The strategies for everyday tasks. Yeah, that's fantastic. So do you have a Facebook group where, no, what? Have you considered it? Have you thought about that? It's a great way to really showcase your knowledge, right? And really speaking to your ideal client on a daily basis, really building that relationship, right? Building that relationship, and also then, you know, nurturing it and getting them to then become your client. Okay, I'll keep thinking about it. Right now I'm working on a Facebook group. We're doing an old page, actually. Okay, right on. Awesome. Yeah, think about it. I do have a pamphlet that I give out for free about what to put into your Facebook group. You know, like who is it for, you know, so on. It's just only 2 pages long. It's just like in point format, so that can really help. So let me know if you want that, and I'll send it to you. Okay, great. So also, when you're inviting the people or your potential client, when you're talking to them, right, and you're inviting them to work with you, right? Also, let them know what the benefits are. So what are the benefits? Okay. So right now, I would like for you to, if you do have a pen and paper ready, okay, just write in there what's in it for you. So now you're thinking about your ideal client. What's in it for them to work with you, right? For me, it would be time, wealth, happiness, and freedom. That's bottom line, that's why I started my business, is because I did not want to fit into one little tiny square cubicle and to work from there for the rest of my life. Feel like a caged bird. Oh my God, let me out of here, you know? So what is it, what's in it for your client to work with you? Okay, list those. It could be, just do that in a short format, because we're going to get down to a different exercise right away here that I want you to also go ahead and do. Okay. So the 5 benefits of working with you. Okay. So I want you to write down five of them, and then pick one of them as your what I do statement. Okay. I actually did this exercise quite a few years back, so I'm going to read you what I had written down a couple years ago. So it's really interesting to go back to, like, your notes a couple years later, and be like, oh my God, I remember when I did this. This is fantastic. So this is what I wrote down, okay? So my what I do statement, after I wrote down all 5 of them, was replace and increase your income so you can say bye-bye to your boss to work from your phone while traveling the world. That's it, okay? And the thing is about this whole sales sounds so intimidating, right? When we're trying to get a client, trying to sell yourself. Just change your mentality about it. And the slogan that I have created for myself is that sharing is caring. Simple, right? But sharing is caring, because you are sharing your knowledge because you want to help other people. Let's see here. My tagline is, I help men and women with ADHD learn to love their brain so they get unstuck, reach meaningful goals, and live more fulfilling lives. Awesome. I'm just gonna reread that. I help men and women with ADHD learn to love their brains. Learn to love their brains. I like that. So they can get unstuck. Yeah. Shelly, you could also put something in there about the shame. That's a big pain point right there. The shame that you have brought out that people feel. Yeah. That's fantastic. I love it. So we're gonna go through all the steps that we've kind of looked at today. I like to go through my content really fast. I don't know. I'm not a big long masterclass hostess. Okay. So the first thing is you pick your one social media platform, right? Make sure that you are expressing the problem that you solve, right? If it's ADHD, or if it's losing weight, if it's making more money on the side, or getting a better job, or starting a business, Yeah. So expressing the problem that you solve, right? And then we had identify your potential client, contact them, okay, reach out to them, create a dialogue, right? And if you are, let's say, if you are someone that that does like all like the different designs and logos, you could have like a conversation about that. Be like, hey, I checked out your design, I checked out your logo, I checked out your website. Here's what I would do, differently, blah blah blah, and you can get them on the phone like that too. Okay, so then you follow up with them. You can arrange a meeting if they're open to a meeting right away. If not, that's fine. You can check in with them. You listen. Okay, validate their issues. Everyone wants to know that they are being listened to, right? And then you invite them to work with you. So the sales strategy is broken down. Number 1, you inquire about them. You keep them focused on them. Number 2 is you share how you can help, and only the parts that are relevant and relatable to that specific person. Okay? Number 3 is you invite them to work with you, right? And smile as you receive their payment because you deserve it. You went out, you did the work, right? And I want you to create your own sales slogan. You can adopt mine too, it's fine. Sharing is caring, okay? Just speak out about the things that you really care about. And you obviously picked this niche, Shelly, the ADHD, for a reason, because you went through it, right? What I wanted to ask you, Shelly, do you post about that? Do you let people know that you have experienced that firsthand? You do some, okay. You know, a lot of times clients will really relate to us. I'm working on starting a blog and posting videos on my new website. Awesome. So how are you going to drive the traffic to your videos? And a little on the Facebook page I am working on. Okay, good. Consistency, right? Make sure that you create a plan for yourself. Okay, a lot of that will be in the blog and videos. Yeah, good. So how are you going to drive traffic to your website, to your blog, to your videos that's going to be on your website? Because I know firsthand that like I had a website and I got, you know, first starting out, build this website and all this stuff, and then you're like, oh, where are all the clients? Where are all the people? No one's here. I'm going to post links to those on Facebook and ADHD groups. Fantastic. See, you can start one of those ADHD group. I'm part of several ADHD groups on Facebook and other social media. Awesome. Yeah, so you know where your ideal client hangs out. That's perfect. Awesome. And you know, you can even invite them over to your Facebook group if you do decide to start one, and then you just directly speak to them there, right? You share the links in there, and you can have them go then to your website, right? Kind of like a little funnel that you're building, right? The sales funnel. So you take them from this step to let's say either your website or your Facebook group and your website, and so on and so forth. Yes, good, awesome. It's really good. Yeah, you want to share as much as possible, and you want to share consistently, right? So what I found is, you know, you're part of several groups as well, right? There is some people that post like every 2 days, and you get to a point where you stop reading those posts because they just post so many times. You know what I mean? So being part of multiple groups, you know, you can post one day there, and then 3 days later you can post in a different group, and so on. So you kind of keep it a little bit, you know, you can still do it on certain days. Let's say once a week in this group, once a week in that one. But you don't want to overdo it in other groups, right? And a lot of times support groups may also not want you to really sell to their people, you know, because it is a support group, right? So they don't want anything salesy in there. So that's why I really think that like a Facebook group is just really the bomb. Like it's definitely the thing that you wanna do, because you can share some valuable content, and then you can invite those people back to your group where you can post every single day, right? And the great thing is too about Facebook groups, Shelly, is that you can actually plan. Yeah, absolutely, yes. So you can plan your content for the whole week or the whole month, and you can schedule it to come up in your group. So even if you are, yeah, exactly, you can't be a salesperson in a group. That's right. They'll kick you out. They will kick you out, you know, especially in support groups. Yeah, can't do that. Definitely. Yeah, so the great thing is about having your own Facebook group, you can post as many times as you want. And also, you can schedule your posts to be posted in your group while you're actually out working with a client. You could be having something pop up for your other members of your group, some valuable information that could really help them, or can link them then to your website, or to your sales, let's say, landing page, where they can book a call with you, your calendar, whatever it is. You know, it's like I just love that I can do that in my own group. You know, and you don't want to come off too salesy, also, right? You're trying to build relationships, so that's why I thought my sales mindset is going to change from, instead of saying that it's just sales, for me it's sharing is caring, right? That's why I created this group, because I wanted to help other women. And the reason why it's just women is because I got sick and tired from listening to men. Yes, it sounds so harsh right now, but how many of you have gotten so many weird messages and everything else just from being on Facebook? Yeah, I'm not here for that, you know, and I don't want to have my calendar full with all these men that actually don't actually want to buy from me, just want to get me on the video, get me on phone. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I went from actually helping everyone to strictly just helping women, because, yeah, women are just awesome. They're awesome and beautiful and gorgeous, and yeah. So you decide what you do, right? With your sales slogan, something that you, something that is going to come easy to you, right? So instead of saying, oh, okay, I don't want to be a sleazy salesperson or a car salesperson, right? That's like the normal term that people use, right? Come up with your own, or you can use mine. Sharing is caring. You actually prefer men as clients. See? But women are good too. Well, look at that. That's good. That's good. See? And for everyone is different, right? We have our own experiences. We have, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, we did go through all the steps one more time. And do you have any questions for me, Shelly, before we log off? Not today. Okay, good. Yes, of course, Shelly. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for being here and participating. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Today my call to action is to you guys to identify, to really zoom in on your potential client and go start building relationships, because sharing is caring. And the more you build those relationships, the more people you reach out to, more people you get in front of, the more sales you're going to make. Bottom line. All right? Are you guys sending you lots of love? Okay. Ciao. See you tomorrow.